Hey, what's going on, Scorpios? Butch here. I'm going to do your 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. I'm going to be using the Spellcaster Tarot. And with all that being said, let's get it. Here's what we have for Scorpios. Come on for Scorpios. Let's see for Scorpios. All right, Scorpios. So the first thing that I do see, Scorpios, is I feel like there is someone around you. Now I feel like it's a connection that's very hard to explain. You know, I feel like there's an intense connection that you have with this person, but I feel like we've barely scratched the surface of this. I feel like you feel very drawn to this person. And I feel like they feel the same way, but I feel like you're reacting in two different ways. You know, I feel like there's a lot of chaotic energy with this person. I feel like there's a lot of defensive energy. You know, there's a very self-sabotaging energy, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. I feel like this person, it's like they're trying to push this away, the strong connections they have with you. They're trying to push it away, but they can't. It's almost like the more they push, the closer they become. You know, I feel like, I feel like this person has been kind of traveling the path alone. You know, we have that hermit energy. You know, I feel like they got to this point alone. And I feel like they never really had anyone that they trusted or they feel like they could depend on. And I feel like it's almost like they got used to that. And even though, like I said, there's this very strong connection, I feel like this person, you know, to be honest with you, I feel like there is some fear in this person. They're afraid of the unknown. You know, and I feel like, I mean, deep down, they know what they want. They've always known it. You know, they want to be with you. They want nothing more than to be with you. But I feel like I said, I feel like they've been kind of traveling the road by themselves, and I feel like it's hard when you're have been an individual for so long to give into a connections. And the biggest part that I see here is this isn't just your regular connection. This is something very intense. You know, but that hot and cold energy and that chaotic energy you feel from this person is them trying their, you know, in basic terms, I feel like their resistance has become futile. You know, I feel like they're in and out because the more they're around you, the more they can't help themselves but want to be around you more. You know, they want to give themselves to you, and there's that internal struggle. There's a part of them that wants to give you everything, but there's also that other part that's afraid of it. You know, they're afraid of getting hurt. They're afraid of allowing themselves to feel. So they try to shut those feelings off, but it isn't working. I feel like the reason why this intense connection is so hard to understand is because we're not seeing all the angles. We're not seeing everything that's in front of us. We have the Lover's card, which is a very deep connection. And I feel like it's, like I said, I feel like this person's never truly, when you're alone, you have control, soul control. And I feel like this person's never had that tested. They've never had anyone that really came close to this type of feeling that they have for you. And it's a lot. I feel like it's hitting them like a ton of bricks. And like I said, they're doing everything in their power to resist, but they can't anymore. So there is times when this person will, may piss you off because the way they feel, the energy you feel with them is completely different than how they're reacting to it. This person is looking at the negatives instead of the positives here. And I feel like that's what's holding this up. It's not that they don't feel this way for you. It's that they can't, or they haven't been able to accept it. They're looking at the negatives instead of the positives. Like I said, with that chaotic energy, I feel like, with that Tower card, I just feel like it's almost like breaking down old ways of doing things and making room for new ways. And I feel like it is, it doesn't seem productive. It doesn't seem useful right now, but I feel like it is going to be a lot more useful than you think it is, because I feel like it's finally breaking down those walls this person has built up over the years. I do see their walls coming down, and I do see a lot of strength coming out of it. I see a huge transformation in this person. And I feel like I said, I feel like those always, it's not always easy. It's not always pretty breaking down the old ways, but you need to break down the old to bring in the new. And I feel like that's what's happening to this person. And no matter how much they try to resist it, they can't. Like I said, they're not walking away from this. I just feel like they're trying to find balance in the situation, and they haven't been able to find that yet. And the reason they haven't been able to find that is because they haven't freed them. They haven't freed themselves. We have that Devil card. But I do see this happening. I do see them finally freeing themselves. And I feel like when they free themselves and they start accepting, I feel like things are going to change completely in this situation. I see a strong foundation being built once they face their fears, but it's all contingent on the fact that they got to face their fears. They don't want to be alone. They're just used to it. Even if they had relationships in the past, I feel like it never really had any deep meaning to them. But with this intense connection, it's something that can't be ignored. It won't be ignored. And it shouldn't be ignored. And I feel like they're realizing that. And I feel like the more they realize that, the more they start opening up. And I do feel like, they are going to, this person wants to reach out and grab you and hold on to you. That's what I'm feeling from them. But it's that internal struggle that's stopping them from doing that. But I don't feel like it's going to stop them much longer. I do see this person finally being able to open up. And the more they open up, the more they feel, safe in opening up. I feel like they're going to open up even more. And then we're going to finally understand this connection. I do see them being very honest with you. And I feel like the more they feel comfortable in being honest, we get to build that foundation with this person. It is hard to be with someone that seems like they're trying to push you away, but their feelings are telling you something completely different. The way you feel around someone doesn't always match how they act. And some people like I said, some people are in this predicament where they want it. You know, they, like in this situation, they want you. They want to be with you, but they also don't want to get hurt. So it's a very interesting dilemma that they find themselves into. But like I said, I do see this person. I do see a huge transformation in this person. I feel like it has, we have to break down the walls in order to build some new ones. And I feel like that's the process that we're going through. And I feel like there is moments when they do feel defensive and resistance to you, but that's not going to last much longer. Like I said, I feel like you both want the same thing. I mean, you are on the same page. You just don't know it yet. Like I said, I feel like, this person opening up and with this transformation, this person starting to understand this connection and starting to, sometimes we get in the way of our own self. Sometimes, we're the thing that's stopping us from being happy. A lot of emotional fulfillment coming out of this. And like I said, it's almost like, when you want something so bad, but you're the only, you're the one getting in the way of it. And for a lot of people, it doesn't make sense to them, because why would you get in the way of the thing that you want? But sometimes when we're not used to wanting something and something presents itself, it can, be a whirlwind of emotions that come upon us. And like I said, I don't feel like this person's ever felt this way about anyone. Not even close. And I feel like there is moments of overthinking. There's moments of looking too deeply into something. There's moments of fear. There's moments of anxiety. There's moments of all these other things. But like I said, all that is building, the biggest sledgehammer you can think of, because it's breaking down those walls. And those walls are coming down. Like I said, with that Eight of Swords, their walls are coming down. Expect the unexpected from this person, because I don't see anything that tells me that this is anywhere near done. I kind of think the opposite. I feel like this is only the beginning. And at some points, I feel like this person, like I said, I feel like the hot and cold energy you get from this person may piss you off. It may annoy you. It may get under your skin. But that's the thing with an intense connection. If we ignore it, or if we try to get in the way of it, the intensity is focused in a different direction. And I feel like in this case, I feel like there's moments when they irritate the shit out of you, or they get under your skin, and they piss you off. It's because they're pissing themselves off. With this person, we have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. We have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have some Virgo and some Taurus. I mean, let's throw some Capricorn in there for good measure, because we also have the Devil card. I mean, sometimes the person that's most in our way of our happiness is us. And that's where that self-sabotaging energy comes from. Like I said, I feel like, sometimes when we're not used to a situation or feeling a certain way, sometimes we try to resort back to a place where we do feel, in control. And I feel like this person's always been in control, because they've always been, singular. And now that they found someone that they truly connect with, it's hard to give up that control, because the control is all they had. But in a relationship, in a true loving relationship, there's really no room for control. And someone that feels that way, like I said, it does take a little bit longer. But like I said, with this person, expect the unexpected, because that's what you're gonna get. And sometimes we have an intense connection with people. Sometimes we feel so connected with someone, but we don't know what to do with that, because that person is not reciprocating. And there's multiple different reasons why they're not. But like I said, it's sometimes we go to the worst case scenario when we're thinking of why. But in this case, you know, I feel like what's getting in the way is them. And they never expected to feel this way, and like I said, it hit them like a ton of bricks, and they're falling, and they're trying to get some sense of control, some sense of balance. But you know, sometimes we reject the easiest possible thing, and we try to make it so much more difficult than it has to be. And that, you know, that always gets in the way. With that being said, be good, take care, stay safe.